Here's how to set goals, stay focused, and win in the service trades. So, we're going to talk about maintaining clear goals and focus that leads to business success in the trades. So, first thing you got to do is you need to learn how to set 3 economic objectives. So, there's no fluff. We're just diving right in. So, here we go. You're probably the owner, the operator of a small home service trade business. My name is �𝗣𝗍𝗍𝗍, owner, founder of Mayner Leadership. We have helped over 1,000 service-based business owners to streamline their operations, to create an efficient business with a high-performing team, with a united team, and with elite leadership. So here we go, talking about setting goals, staying focused, and winning. 3 economic objectives. So when you set an economic objectives, here's the things that you need to have within that goal, okay? Call it an objective, call it a goal, doesn't matter. So it needs to be smart. So when you break this down, okay, it is specific. So it's something that needs to be very specific. There needs to be an actual number to make it measurable. Okay, it needs to be attainable. We can't just say, I want to make $1 billion next year, because that's not attainable. We need to look at the data to make sure that we're setting a goal that we can actually achieve. Right now, we want it to be a reach. And something that I've done before is help set a kind of a 3-tier goal of like a 10%, a 25%, and then even like a 30%, like year over year. But we look at our past data to help us create an attainable goal moving forward. So it can be like a basic, a reach, and then a stretch type of a deal. The R stands for relevant. It has to be relevant to our business, which essentially for us means it needs to drive revenue and profit. It needs to be one of the 3 levers of our business that's going to move the needle forward. That's really going to help to transform our business, to relieve our stress, and to also grow the business, to create new problems. Because that's what we want. We want new problems. And then it needs to be time bound. Call it, anywhere from 6 to 18 months. I like to go with 12 months or a year. It seems to be the most common thing. And it seems to be what has worked well for us with helping over 1,000 different service-based businesses. Like we talked about, it needs to drive revenue. It needs to drive profit. If you have different departments, you could have like one goal in each department. But a lot of times we just look at what are the 3 main economic objectives. And then you want to create a win-win-win scenario. What I mean by that is the company wins, the client wins, and our team members win. Okay, all 3 scenarios need to take place, meaning it needs to be team member facing. Why should they care other than just to make you more money? Okay, the owner, the operator, the leader, the founder, whatever it may be. Why should the team members care? Okay, so smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. It needs to drive revenue and profit. Essentially, what are the 3 things that would save you time and make you more money, grow the business, and move the needle forward? If you could only have 3, what would they be? What is a win-win-win scenario? A win for the company, win for the client, and a win for all team members. And then how is it team member facing? Meaning, why should everyone on the team, all the employees, all the team members, why should they care? So let's break down some examples of this, okay? I'm going to go ahead and break down an example for you here. So first example, the objective is to increase average ticket size to $500 by January of 2026. Now, what this is for an HVAC business. And the goal here is they wanted to get their average ticket size up to $500 per service call. Okay. So here's how it's specific. We're going to increase the average by $100 from the last year. We're going to offer the premium add-ons. We're going to serve the customer a really deep level. And then we're going to upsell them for the technicians on their service calls, right? So it's super specific in what it is that we're trying to achieve. And we know we actually have a plan behind that, which I'm sure will be in another video, okay? It's measurable because we can easily track this. We can check the average ticket size every week, every month, every quarter using our CRM software. It's attainable because the last year it was like 350 or 400. So we were looking at gaining and increasing it by 100 based on our last set of data last year. And then it was relevant. It's relevant because a higher ticket price or a higher average ticket size, it drives revenue, it drives profit without requiring new leads. So that was what the biggest relevant piece in this particular situation and why that was so important. And then time bound, because we're talking about a year, right? We wanted this to be something we could attain in a year. We had a year plan that we put in place, and that was why. And then it's team member facing, because we broke it down to the team of like how this helps them to earn higher commissions. They get bonuses, there's extra incentives, and they're contributing to the overall company's growth, which is sustainability, which is job security, which helps us to become more secure, more stable, and create more opportunities, more career opportunities as well for them and for their families as well. So that's the first example. Let's break down one more example to talk about what would be a really good economic objective or one of your three. So here's another one. So this was the economic objective was acquire 50 new customers by January of 2026. Now, what this was for is this was a small electrical contracting company. And what we wanted here was, and I didn't put it on here, but I remember this one, is acquire 50 new construction customers. Right, so we wanted to be able to do the entire house. Okay, so 50 brand new customers by the end of January 2026. So we could actually break this down. So it was specific because this was particularly for new construction, and it increases the number of new construction customers by 50 new clients through a referral program. And then we also looked at optimizing our digital marketing efforts with that. It was measurable because you could break this down by day, by month. We did it by month, right? And we were able to track, obviously, every time we got a new customer through our CRM, through our opportunities, through our closes. All of that was trackable, measurable in our CRM. It was attainable, right? Because the last year we had gotten 40. So we thought, hey, 50 would be a good number. It looks like based on our increased referrals, based on our increased digital marketing, 50 is going to be pretty attainable. And we actually want to surpass that goal. So we were able to boost our online visibility with some targeted ads. And then eventually we were going to get the 50 signups from new customers of new construction. And relevant because, hey, getting new customers, it always drives top line revenue. And that's going to introduce more clients into our service funnel for future upselling opportunities, as well as just consistent service calls to make sure that everybody's maintaining their thing. So it's super relevant to our company because we need some new customers so we get more referrals, so we get more of a service base as well. And then time bound, it was just by the end of the year. This is where we're planning up for the next year, already talking about 2025, what we want to achieve by 2026. To start of it. And then team member facing, because it's going to highlight that more customers means more job security. Okay, it means the company is growing. There's going to be potential bonuses for anyone that's selling those jobs. There's going to be more for referrals as well, which is going to create more service work, which is going to keep our crews consistently busy to get their 40 hours in. And overall, it's going to create a more dynamic and growing work environment for the team and more career opportunities. But you always got to make sure that you give that client, the team member facing reason, because they need to know why other than to make the owner, founder, operator more money. Okay, after examples, what I want to do here is I want to teach you how to stay focused. So setting the goals is one thing, but we need to stay focused on them. We need to keep the team focused. So here is my focus framework. Okay, I love frameworks. I create them. They're easy to remember. So here's the focus framework. So the F in focus stands for form clear goals. We did that. We have specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals, SMART goals, with an action plan for success. So each one of those economic objectives has a strategic action plan behind it with responsibilities and deadlines of who is going to carry out the action plan. Okay, they're simple, they're clear, they're concise, they're specific, they have the expectations attached to them, but there needs to be a clear action. So form clear goals with an action plan. The O stands for organize and track progress. Organize. Think you want to know where your stuff is, how you're measuring it. Okay, so set up the system and the tool for you to monitor progress. And what I like to do here is oftentimes it's in a CRM or it's in a Google Sheet or something like that. I like to also make it visible for everyone on the team. So I like the 3 economic objectives or 3 financial goals to be visible and to visibly see the progress and the improvements being made throughout the year. So I like to put them in the lunchroom, even the front office, wherever that may be, but keep them visible. And then obviously do that regularly. I suggest monthly you update all that progress and you communicate it to the team, which is C, communicate and align the team. So keep everyone in the loop all the time about the progress, about the roadblocks, about the next steps, about the contingency plan. This month we're here. Next month we're planning on being here. Here's how we plan to get there. And then keep those visibly trackable. Talk about it all of the time in your one-on-ones, in your small groups, in your large groups, in your meetings, in your performance reviews. These 3 numbers are talked about all the stinking time, and the plans to achieve those 3 numbers are talked about all the stinking time, every single day, every single week, and every single meeting. Okay, talk about it all the time. Make sure that the team is aligned. Make sure your values are aligned. Make sure it aligns with the mission of the company. Make sure that our everyday activities are aligned with it. These are the numbers. This is your path to victory, essentially. Okay, the U stands for utilize, rewards, and training. So basically what needs to happen is they need to be rewarded for achieving these things or for making progress and improving these things. So we need to incentivize in some way, shape, or form. We need also to train them, development opportunities to empower them, to give them confidence, to give them autonomy, to help them have an ownership mentality around this. Okay, but U stands for utilize, rewards, and to train them. So reward, recognize, celebrate, and train. And the S stands for stay focused and adapt. You want to review the progress regularly, daily, weekly, monthly. Adjust your strategies and your plans as things are working and not working, and then recognize achievements, improvements, celebrate them, however big or small, however regular or however random, however formal, as a fist bump or or $100 gas card, anything in between. Those are the things that are going to help to keep engagement and to help you maintain momentum. So focus. F stands for form clear goals. O stands for organize and track progress. C stands for communicate and align the team. U stands for utilize, rewards, and training. And then S stands for stay focused and adapt. And one way to do this, here's my free gift to you, is with meetings. You're going to talk about meetings all the time. You got to have meetings. They got to be the right meetings with the right people about the right things. This is my free meeting guide. The 4 meetings you need to grow a home service company. Go to maynerleadership.com/4 meetings. This is like a 20-something page document with all the agendas, all the structures. It's got a performance review sheet in there. It's got a role clarity worksheet in there. It's got all of the agendas. It's got a meeting rhythm planner sheet so you can schedule the meetings. This is literally turnkey process to implement 4 meetings in your service-based company, to have meetings that will actually make you money and that will help you to implement and execute these 3 economic objectives that we're talking about in this video right here. Go check that out, maynerleadership.com/4 meetings. I even have a video in there that walks you through the entire thing. It's no holds bar. It's fully executable and fully applicable and tactical for you to input into your business today. All right, as promised, as I always promise you, there's an action plan. So here's your 3-step process. Set, track, celebrate. So number 1 is set. So establish these clear economic objectives. Okay, they need to be smart. We need to set these 3 economic objectives. We need to create a roadmap for each and every single one of them. It can be simple, it can be a 3-step plan, but it needs responsibilities, it needs action items for each person, it needs deadlines to it. So set them. Okay, and then obviously you need to communicate them before we start tracking. So set and communicate. Number 2 is track. So we're going to monitor progress consistently, adjust when necessary, and maintain alignment. Okay, so set, then track, and 3 is celebrate. Communicate and celebrate where we're at, how we're doing, what we did good, recognize them, reward their accomplishments in order to keep them engaged and motivated. So set the goals, track the goals, celebrate and communicate the goals, and you're going to achieve those 3 economic objectives that are going to make you more money, save you more time, create an awesome team, an awesome business, and winning happy clients as well. And that's what we're going for, is to serve people and make a profit and to keep you doing the things that you love and to build this business so that you can create opportunities for the team members that you love. There's your 3-step process in order to set goals, maintain focus, and win. And thank you for subscribing. Hit that like button, share it. What is your playmaker moment in here? What's your insight? What's the big play that you think helped change the game for you? I'd love to hear about it. That's why I do these things, is because I want to make an impact in your business and with your team. And hit that bell and notify you every single time a new one of these videos comes out. Have a powerful day, playmakers.